Very long time, no see. I literally don't know how to start this video. My last video was 7 months ago. We've got a lot to catch up on. Let's just get straight into it. First of all, happy 2025. I've had my 30th birthday in December. I've started a new job. I've left Revolution. I've lost weight and I'm still continuing to lose weight. I've been struggling with hair loss from stress. And I don't like my YouTube anymore. I don't like it. So let's unpack everything and I'll just give you all the tea, basically. Obviously, I hope you had a lovely New Year. I hope you had a lovely Christmas. Hope you had a lovely Halloween. Hope you had a lovely summer. There's a lot that I've missed. I've had a lovely time. The first thing that I think I want to talk about, which I think is going to be the biggest shock to most of you, is the fact that I quit my job working at Revolution. So a lot of you knew because even before I worked at Revolution, I bought every single launch practically. And I reviewed every single launch, and that was like a massive part of my YouTube channel was Revolution reviews. So to end up with a job at Revolution was just surreal. So I'm going to cough. I have been ill like the past. I've had that mega flu that's going around. I've been ill like all last week. I literally had a full week off sick, which is so unlike me. But I was so ill from it. Like I literally just couldn't stay awake. My head was just like so sensitive from the light. I was just full of flu. Anyways, it's Tuesday the 14th. Oh my god, it's Beth's birthday. I haven't messaged her. 1 second. So good that I looked then because I literally wouldn't have seen that on my calendar. But yeah, it's the 14th of January, which is my friend Beth's birthday, who's actually, I met her from her being one of my subscribers, who just so happens to live in the area that I live, and now she's bestie for life. So yeah, like I said, this video is going to be all over because I've not filmed for so long. But yeah, I left Revolution. I quit my job in July, I think it was, end of July that I left. I had like a week break before I started my new job. If you followed me on Instagram, you'll have seen that I went to London obviously every week with Revolution. I went it was near enough practically every Thursday, typically that I would go. I travelled to London and back in one day. It was just too much, costing me a fortune. And sometimes if I needed to be off in the office like 2 days, if I had like a photo shoot or a content day that I need to be in there for, or if there was an event or something. Events weren't really that often, but it was more so if it was like a shoot or something, or I had like these really important meetings that I had to be in for, then I had to pay for a hotel. So then I'd be staying in London, paying for a hotel, and then paying for my train. And it was just too much. I was emotionally drained and just overworked, and I couldn't do the back and forth anymore. It was time for me to kind of like move on and to find a new job. It was a hard one with Revolution because one of the amazing perks of working there in the job role that I had was that I could basically get any of the new launches and then I could be like the first person to put a video up on YouTube. However, because of the trips to London, because of the workload that I had, I was working over most nights. Wasn't like I didn't have the time and the energy to do any of that. So that benefit, obviously there's loads of benefits to the job, but that benefit, which was like a huge benefit towards my YouTube channel, wasn't beneficial anymore because I wasn't filming the content, so it made no difference. And then when I was getting the content up, I was dead late with it. I just couldn't be bothered by that point. And this kind of ties into like my whole changes to my YouTube, which I'll come into in a bit more detail soon. But basically, I'm just overwhelmed with product, overwhelmed with how many YouTube videos that I felt I had to film because I had all the products. So like it would be such a waste and like such a loss of opportunity if I didn't do it. And I just felt like I just put myself in this rut and I couldn't do it anymore. I really needed to find a job where it was going to be closer to home, and that's what I've managed to do. So I now work for a hair extension brand instead. So the kind of like main brand is called Additional Lengths, and then they also have another brand called Remy Cachet. It's very interesting. Like it depends if you're into the marketing side of things as to how much detail like I go into between the differences of my jobs, but to give you like a bit of context in regards to like job role changes. So obviously when I first started Revolution, it was like 2 days a week I was a therapist, mental health therapist. 3 days a week, my 2 days of Revolution was doing content creation. Loved that. And then I went full-time Revolution and kind of like just left my therapy career behind, which is definitely something that even to this day I do not want to go back to. Like I feel like that is like an old part of my life. Now I'm totally into this marketing side of things and this whole different career path that I've somehow magically, amazingly fell into. But yeah, then I went to full-time Revolution as a brand assistant, and then I went to a junior brand manager. And like the junior brand manager role was like managing launches that Revolution had coming up. So I worked on Mirror Revolution and Relove primarily, but sometimes I'd help out in other places wherever I was needed, basically. So yeah, that was kind of my role with Revolution, which is why I had all the new launches, because it was like kind of part of my job role, because I was writing like product descriptions for the website, so I needed to have the products in my hand to see what they're like. And I used to film content still, like product content in that role too, so I also needed it to do like swatches, videos, and all that kind of fun stuff. So that was kind of my Revolution side, but I wanted something that was closer to home, and I also wanted a job that wasn't in makeup anymore, which sounds so bizarre, but when you full-time do a job in makeup where you're talking about marketing and launches and blah blah blah, to then come home and have your hobby be the exact same thing, I don't know, I feel like I never really switched off from work, which is another reason probably why I procrastinated doing a lot of my Revolution videos, and kind of why I just kind of like took a huge step back from YouTube, because I was like, I just can't do this anymore. Like I just can't, yeah, I just need a break. I need my hobby to be a hobby again, and I need this new career path that I've somehow ended up in, which is amazing. I need this to stay this career path, but to just have a different topic, another topic that I really enjoy, but not makeup anymore. I needed that differentiation so that when it came to doing my hobby, it felt like a hobby again, and not like all I'm doing nonstop is makeup. Which sounds, you think it would sound really amazing, but it was just too much. It was just too much for me. Like, it was just way too much. It's sad because like there's so many people that I made like amazing relationships with at Revolution. Like I still talk to my little Franny. I was talking to my little Franny today. I talk to her like multiple times a week. Like I love my little Franny. Like I just had like the amazing opportunities from people who really believed in me at Revolution, like Becky and Jenny, absolutely amazing. And like they've like Becky, like she saw potential in me from being a content creator to like promote me practically to being a brand assistant, and then for me to get promoted to junior brand manager. Like she saw that in me. Like I would not have this career path if her and Jenny didn't see that in me. And I don't know, do you just like you owe a lot to that job, but then it's also time for you to move on. It was like a bittersweet moment like that. So yeah, my current role is a content strategist for obviously Ricochet Additional Lens. I work across both brands, and the head office is approximately a 6-minute drive from my house. So it is literally perfect. It's a hybrid role, so some days working from home, some days in the office, and then I can just pick which days are best for me depending on what meetings I've got in. I try and be in as much as possible, because it was definitely something that I was missing loads from working from home at Revolution. I really wanted to be in the office more, but obviously it just wasn't possible because I lived in the northeast and the office was in London. So yeah, I just have like a nice kind of balance between being able to be at home, get my head down, get loads of work done, and then also having like the sociable side of the office, which is just been like such an amazing balance for me. Like that's going to be like the biggest shock for everybody. And I know if anyone's tried to buy anything since I think like the end of December, my discount code at Revolution, basically when I worked there, you have to renew it every year. So it always ended like end of December or just before my birthday, I think in December time. So it has ended. I haven't actually been in touch to be like, can you extend this? Because I haven't been doing YouTube. So I was like, don't really see. Can you see that there? No. Don't really see what the point is, because I haven't been. So I was like, I don't know if anyone's even using it or what. It's so weird now, because now that I've left Revolution, I'm like more excited for their launches now. It's so bizarre, honestly. It's like the most like, it's as if like my hobbies came back, and it has took, I'm not gonna lie, it's took months for me to get back into this mindset again, because I think I did Revolution for 3 years, I think it was 3 years now that I was there, and it was time for me to kind of just have that separation. Like, I just needed that separation, and because I had so long of me feeling that way, it's took me so long to snap out of it. I've donated and managed. I had loads of obviously Revolution makeup, and I've donated so much of it. I'm still like on my journey of decluttering, which I'll get to shortly when it comes to like changes to my YouTube and stuff, but I'm definitely just feeling like a little bit more like this room's more manageable. And I think what it was as well is obviously I used to sit there and work every single day, apart from when I used to go to London once a week when I worked at Rev. I would sit there every single day. So being in this room 4 days a week, like non-stop, especially because I used to work over so much, which was my own doing. It was stupid of me to do that. But I think being in this room and this being like my work room, when I finished work, I wanted to be out of this room. I didn't want to be in the same four walls every single day, all day long. And obviously, this is where I film. So it was so hard to be like, I'd walk in this room and it wouldn't feel like it was my filming room anymore. It would feel like I was at work. So yeah, I just absolutely love having, like, I don't even have, like, that's my iMac set back up there now. Whereas before when I worked at Revolution, because I was having work from home so much, that was like a full, like, work setup. Like, I had an additional screen, my Revolution laptop, like, it had everything on there for work. Whereas now it's back to my editing desk. So it's got my iMac on there for me to go back to editing, and like having that as like my YouTube, like sorting myself out, online shopping, like chilling. Like the room's just become like a nicer place to be. I don't know if that makes any sense. Not that it probably even matters to any of you, because I feel like I've just like really ranted about that. But I just wanted you to know, like, to understand the mind space that I was in and why I was just like, the last thing that I want to do is film. When I've talked about these products all day long, the last thing that I want to do is film and sit and talk about them even more in this room that I've sat in all day long. I don't know, I feel like I have more energy. Well, I do have more energy now. I'm more like sociable. I leave the house more, which is a massive thing that like my friends used to like joke at me when I obviously worked from home. And they'd be like, oh, because we all have like Life 360. So they'd be like, oh, Lucy's left the house once this week. And I'm like, yeah, that's really bad. And it's my own doing, but I couldn't manage the work-life balance of full-time working from home. Like it was too much. And then obviously when I was going to London, because I wasn't really leaving the house and socialising that much, when I was going to London and doing like, what, 6.5 hours travel in one day, because it was like 3 hours plus there, 3 hours plus back, doing that, and then having like, sometimes I'd get stuck in the train station, sometimes I'd get stuck in London, like they'd just cancel the trains, I couldn't get home because of like a storm or something, or I'd just get stuck like because my train's been cancelled, so then I'd have to wait till 10 p.m. for the next one, so then I wouldn't get home till 1 a.m. in the morning, and then I'd start work the next day at 8:30. Like it was impractical. Like it worked so well whilst it was like lockdown and you didn't have to be in the office as much, but as like the world opened back up, it didn't work out with me being up north and the company being down south, unfortunately. Another thing that I couldn't like juggle would be like going to the gym and stuff and losing weight. So one of the things that I've prioritised so I started my new job like end of July, I think it was. I went to Benidorm with my best friend like beginning of August, and then me and Blake went to Tenerife in September. It was like the first holiday that me and Blake have been on in like 9 years, which is insane. Like our first like abroad holiday. So that was like well and truly needed. And we literally went to Tenerife and we were like, why have we not done this sooner? Like we're so stupid. Like it's such a privilege to be able to go on holiday, and like we definitely should have prioritized that in previous years over other things that we've put our money into. It was definitely like an eye-opener to be like, life isn't all about just working. Like I need to get that balance right, and I need to also enjoy holidays. So yeah, after Tenerife, I was like, do you know what? I've struggled with my weight for years now. Working from home, like it just wasn't. I was lazy. I was so lazy, and it was my own doing. I was so lazy. I was barely leaving the house. I was like a little hermit. Like, and then I was comfort eating, or I would be eating rubbish because I wouldn't be like worked over from work. So then I'd just grab something like quick and high calorie, my tea. After we went to Tenerife, I was like, I'm sick of feeling like this. I'm sick of not being confident. Don't really care what the scales say. I just want to feel like me again and feel confident. I definitely was holding on to and struggling to lose my weight that I put on from lockdown, from like being a therapist in lockdown, then obviously then going into a work from like home role with Revolution. It was just too much. And then the days that I'd go to London, I was eating shit anyway, because I was like, I just need something to get me through the day. I have lost so far like 1.5 stone, just over 1.5 stone. Say like I'd like to lose another 2 stone. I'm definitely like, I'm getting to that phase now where I'm starting to see it in my face. And like isn't it so weird when you're losing weight and you see it in like weird places that like you're like, oh my god, like that's so different now. So when I went for a night out with my mum, it was like November time, I literally was put my contour on and I was like, oh, I don't have as much chin to contour as what I used to have. And it's just off it because like I feel like you find things that you notice that maybe before anybody else starts seeing the weight loss, and that was one of the things that that really made me laugh. And I've donated 3 big bags of clothes on Saturday, like just gone like a few days ago. Went and took them to like the clothing bank at Tesco, because things are just massive on me now. And it's like such a nice problem to have, but also not, because if I buy clothes now, like in a couple of months' time, they're going to be too big on me again. So it's like that awkward like in between stage. But what a lovely problem to have. What a gorge problem to have. So yeah, that's kind of like my weight loss journey. I won't be like documenting any of that anywhere, because I'm just doing it for me. I don't want the pressure of like doing content or any of that palaver. I just wanted to let you know that that's something that I've been focusing on. Another thing that I wanted to mention is my hair. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see right now. But I mean, it's still, you can see it's like still nice and long, but I actually have just short of 2 packs of Ultra Tips, which obviously, you know, I work for a hair extension brand now. And one of the things that was happening when I was going through all of that, like not being able to get my balance right, working from home and overeating and then working over and then like all the trips to London and then being exhausted and then stress, etc. All of that like build up was making me basically lose my hair. I was losing a lot of hair. I actually have, sorry, my eyes really itchy. I have 2 packs of Ultra Tips. Actually, do you know what? I've got my handbag here, because I'm pretty sure there's some Ultra Tips left in this bag I've got in my head now, which is definitely best for me and my sensitive scalp, is something called Ultra Tips, which look at me with my product knowledge coming through, but which is a product that's patented. I don't know how you say that, but it's exclusive to basically to Share, and they have the patent for it. I don't know how you say it, but basically you get these little tiny. This is the packaging. This is my colour as well, in case you want to see my colour. Share Elegance Ultra Tips. This is the length, 20 inches, and then this is the colour, so T5 9613. My weft is a 9613, so this is like this colour here. And then my Ultra Tips are a T5 9613, which basically means that it has a root, so the T5 is a root to it. So this is what I currently have in my hair. Obviously, these are just a couple of them. You get 25 strands per pack, and each strand has 0.8 grams of hair on it. And it's literally the tiniest, if you're going to be able to see that, super flat tip. And then the little tiny bit there goes into a bead, and then it's clamped in. So I have 2 packs of these in my head, minus these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 that I've got here. Obviously, these ones have a little bit of a root there, so that it matches my natural hair, because obviously I do have a little bit of a natural root. So I have 2 packs of these in, but literally just either side, and then one little bit of a row at the back. And on Friday this week, I'm going to get 3 more packs put in. That is my hair loss. And then moving on to YouTube, which I'm really hoping that you can give me some input from and let me know like what you think and like what you want to see, etc. I don't know why, but I feel like YouTube's coming back. Am I just delusional? I'm just really wishing that it's coming back. But I just feel like loads of people are uploading to YouTube more. So what I'm going to start doing is, obviously, I changed it previously anyway when I was like, I'm just going to upload once a week. What I wanted to say about my YouTube is very tying into like my whole revolution explanation that I'll give you is I'm sick of buying loads of launches. Sick of buying things for the sake of doing a YouTube video, which like I feel like I was just buying things. Like I felt so overwhelmed because I had all the revolution stuff, which obviously it was an amazing privilege to have and an amazing perk to have. However, it was just too many launches. There was just too much coming out. But on top of that, because I had so much revolution stuff, I felt like I had to try and buy launches from other brands so that my channel wasn't just revolution. It was not a time. I was very in my head about it. I was very like deep in things and like exhausted and just drained and overwhelmed, just really overwhelmed. I had so much product, which again is a very big like gorgeous luxury thing to have. Even now, like how much makeup I have is ridiculous, but I don't know, I just want my collection to be stripped back. Like I'm over the consumption, which I feel like everyone's gone down that route now, and I'm absolutely loving like everyone doing like these declutters on January and like sort my shit out vlog series that I saw this person do. I can't remember what her name is, but if I remember it, I'll put her TikTok down below so that she has credit. But yeah, I'm just over it. I'm over it. Like, I'm over the overconsumption. I want to be able to, like, get ready for a night out, get ready to go out and just, like, I'm looking at my makeup, and just be able to grab things because I know that I love them, as opposed to being like, God, I haven't used that for ages, or should I use this? Because I normally use the MAC one, but I have the Charlotte Tilbury one, so why am I not using that one? But then do I like that one? I can't remember if I like it because I might have tried it once for a video and then moved on to the next thing for another video. I don't want to keep doing that. Like, I want to be able to be like, if somebody said to me, favorite bronzer of all time, or name the top 3 bronzers that I should buy if I'm looking at a new bronzer, I want to be able to be like bam, 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 bam. And I can't be like that fully because I'm dibbling and dabbling and trying things once or twice and then not really come back around to things. Yeah, I don't want to buy things just for the sake of reviews. I want to buy things that excite me again because, again, that was something that I was like just buying things because I was like, I don't really want this. It's not really my thing, but is it going to get me good views? And I don't want to do that anymore because then I would buy the thing and I wouldn't want to film it. So then I was spending my money buying the thing, not filming the video, and then not getting the views, which was the whole reason that I was like, let's buy the thing. No, stop being fucking stupid. Stop it. What are you doing? And then the last bullet point that I wanted to mention, which kind of ties into like what you're seeing right now, is that I was so sick of my beauty room being so ugly, which sounds so bizarre, right? But I was sick of coming in and it being like, I had like a foldable table, it had like lights attached to it, and then I had like my camera, then I had like my iMac and blah blah blah. Like, my whole thing was like a YouTube setup as opposed to a makeup room that I could film in, if that makes any sense. It was a filming room, not a nice makeup room that I like to spend time in where I could also film. Does that make sense? So what I did instead is, you'll be able to see it back this way. Back here, this white table was the big one that's like at the back. That was my big foldable table that I would use to film. So I got rid of the foldable chair. I got a gorgeous like dressing table from Amazon. Honestly, amazing. It has like one drawer, and then to the side it has like a chest of like 3 little, well, not even little, they're quite big drawers to be fair. And then on the back of it, it has, I'll put like a little Amazon pictures up so you can see it. It's like a massive long like mirror like that way. And I love it. It has like 3 settings on it. My foldable table stuck out quite a lot because obviously I needed it to be able to like, I had like brushes on there, I had like lights attached to it, like I needed it to be like a certain like width, whereas obviously I don't need that now. And it just, I don't know, it just feels, this feels more like cozy and cute, and it feels like it's a room that I like to be in, that I can film in, and not just a room that I go in to film and that's it. I also have like the same white one I have in black downstairs, because if I needed a bigger table I would use that and go outside in the garden for the natural lighting and I'd film. Like, there's just so much stuff that I was just like accumulating loads of stuff because I needed to film content for Evolution, or I needed the products to be able to write the product description. Like, it was just, again, it's a weird thing to moan about because old Lucy would have died for that. But I think 3 years of it, I was like, it's time to move on. It's time to just get makeup that I'm really like want to spend my money on, and to have my room back, because my room was always a shithole because I just had boxes and stuff everywhere, nowhere to put everything. It's still kind of like, it's not how it was before, it's definitely getting better, but there's like so much stuff that I still need to sort out. I still need to do declutters. Like, I was up till 12 on Sunday night, like at midnight, just sorting my makeup room out because I was like, this is just stressing me out. And what's a really nice thing about it, I've actually managed to get rid of a lot of stuff so that my drawers in my Alex drawers, a lot of them were like free for me to use. So now what I have is like, I have like a little bit where I can put my knickers, which is so, it sounds so stupid, but I had like my knickers and blah 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 in my other room. So everything else was in here, apart, like I just had things dotted around like in our bedroom, and then everything else was in here. Or I'd have some things in Blake's mum's dressing room, and it was just, again, it's a very small thing, but it brings me a lot of joy just having my knickers in my room. What more can a girl want? No, but it was a place I managed to put like bras, knickers, socks, leggings. Like, it's just, I've organised my skincare so that like when I run out of something, I've got everything organised. I can just grab another cleansing like thingy. It's there. It's all organised. I know what I have. I know not to keep buying stuff because I know what I already have. I don't know. maybe I'm rambling on, maybe I'm making no sense, but it's like that whole clean space, clean mind, all that stuff, and I'm just happier. I'm just really happy. I mean, like, it's such a nice thing to be able to like come back to YouTube and just be like, I'm happy again. I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned that I need that socialization when it comes to being at work. Like, my work friends that I've made are the sweetest little angels ever. Like, I absolutely adore them all. Yeah, I don't know, it just sounds like so many like little trivial stuff, but when it builds up over time and it's like years and years, it just wasn't working. No, it is, which is just really nice to be able to like report back. But yeah, that is my update. Probably the video is probably fucking so long, and that's another thing. I'm going to be open to swearing on my channel now because I don't really care anymore. Also because my sister doesn't watch anymore. Not my sister's a lot older now. She's like 14. But my sister, obviously, I used to live with my mum and my sister, and I didn't really want to swear because she used to sometimes watch my YouTube videos, or she'd actually sit in the room and watch me film. Mad. 7 months is a long time. And I've had so many sweet messages from you, like, thank you so much. I've had like inboxes on Instagram. I've had people like comment on videos, like, when are you coming back? Are you ever coming back? And actually, at one point, I didn't know. I really didn't know if I was. I actually thought, like, should I just sell my camera and just like, that's it, I'm done. But I don't know, I'm feeling like that passion and that inkling coming back. So be prepared, every Sunday I'm going to be uploading a new video. I'm also going to be doing like YouTube shorts and stuff as well, if people are interested in that. And obviously, if you go to the Clock app, I'll also be uploading on there as well. If you have any questions or any kind of like video ideas that you want me to do, especially because I'm doing like this whole like I'm overbuying shit for the sake of it. I'm not gonna lie though, I do have a massive makeup haul coming. I have like, just looking behind me because I organised my life the other day. I have a massive makeup haul of everything that I've bought over the last like 7 months practically that I could remember. I've put in a box. And then I also have a massive empties. I have a huge PR haul. And yeah, it'll be every Sunday just to make it a bit more manageable, more realistic, and hopefully achievable, because that is the main goal. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please head over to like my Instagram, TikTok and stuff, and give me a follow so that you can see like different things in different areas. Thank you so much. It feels weird to be filming again. I feel like this video is going to be half an hour long, but if it is, I feel like the stuff that's been said has been needed to be said. So hope you enjoyed my blabble. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'll hopefully see you next Sunday. Bye guys.